Hello and welcome, Blades fans, to my first ever proper episode where I'll actually be talking about the transfers, what is happening with Sheffield United at the minute, where we are, my predictions for the future. So let's get started. This is going to be my first episode for now, then I'll start doing more regularly when it all starts happening. So when the transfer window opens, I can actually talk more. Obviously, with the transfer rumours, who's coming, who's leaving, so it's a bit more interesting to talk about. But I was really eager to talk now. Keep you an episode, so that means you can start sharing it and people can get prepared and look forward to when the transfer window opens. So first, I'm going to talk about the transfers at the minute, and we'll go with the outgoings. Obviously, we've got the transfer list of people like Matty Down, which I'm a bit disappointed with because he's really workhorse, running up and down. I really like him because of his effort, but Wilder didn't really play him that much at second half of the season, so I'm going to trust in Wilder. Hussey transfer listed as well, didn't see a lot of him, I'm okay. Louis Reid to be loaned out, as well as Ben Whiteman. Ben Whiteman apparently was very good at Mansfield. Louis Reid, I can see him going after this. Even though I do rate the young lad, I can see him going. And there's no really other outgoings. I thought Hansen was going to go, but he's going to keep him. I think Hansen will cause problems in the Championship, even though people don't think he will. Also, the big surprise to everyone was about Jay O'Shea not actually confirming his contract. Well, deal got a 2-year deal, which I was very surprised about because you think, of course, he wants to play Championship football. But to be honest, people are a bit disappointed about him not signing. I'm not. To be honest, I'm really not, because when you look at it, the games he's played don't really start. For me, don't really get that involved. He scores goals in that division, so obviously we're going to Portsmouth or Wigan if Paul Cook goes there. I think we'll go wherever Paul Cook is, and I'm not too bothered really. We can bring in more of a high quality player, so that's okay. The latest transfer is Nathan Thomas. Nathan Thomas is from Hartlepool, 22 years old, and he can play on the right or the left and the right hand side. So, not really seen a lot of him. Obviously seen some YouTube videos when I saw a sign, but you can't really judge a player on that. But I'm very impressed with what he was saying on the radio and stuff like that. He was saying that he had an option to join someone like his home club, Middlesbrough, but he rejected that and said as soon as Sheffield United came knocking, he wanted to come. Which seems to be like a big theme with Wilder and players. A lot of players last year said, I really want to join this club, the big, this is my chance. And Wilder seems to do that, give players a chance to actually shine and progress, as we've seen with John Fleck, who's just an absolute diamond in that midfield. And now the bigger one, CHED EVANS, rumoured 500k, undisclosed fee, but I think it's a bit less because obviously David Brooks going to Sheffield on loan. Good young talented player, David Brook. CHED EVANS had one good season in his whole career. That was with us in the really, really piss poor League One. We're talking piss poor. And we paid $3 million for him. And he didn't do anything, couldn't keep us up that year. We got relegated from the Championship. And you can say, oh, he did let the club down what he did. He let the club down what he did. You know, he didn't have to do it. He did it. Obviously, it's all been cleared now, but that isn't the point. He didn't have to do it at the time, and he let the club down. And now we've re-signed him, but we're not signing a high-quality player either, so there's no argument back for that for me. We're not signing someone who's going to score, I'm not saying 30, but we need a player who's going to score 15 goals next season to have any chance of staying up mid-table. I think we'll get about mid-table. But he just isn't going to do it for me. And while we're signing someone who was hardly played this year, maybe Chesterfield have been trying to keep him snugged up because I think the deal was done. Because he got, obviously, leaked out the deal, even though they tried to keep it under wraps and everything. I don't know. And he don't really want to sign any other strikers, and we've got all strikers over the age of 28. We haven't got any pace up front. We need pace in the Championship. I think they've got a lot more points, obviously 100 points is a lot. But we'd have got a lot more if we had pace up front. We just need a bit of pace in the team. So Nathan, the young lad from Hartlepool we signed, Nathan Thomas, it could actually offer a bit of pace in the wings. He could be a complete flop because where we've signed him from. He could be an absolute complete flop, but we don't know. Because we need wingers. We don't have a single winger in the club because Duffy seemed to moved into Cam now, even though I don't think Duffy should play next year. I think more Carruthers should play, because I think Carruthers is more suited for the Championship. So that's really all from the transfers at the minute. So let's move on to where we need to improve for next season. First of all, I think the crucial part of the pitch we need to improve is the defence. We did leak a few goals last season, because the amount of goals we conceded was not ridiculous. But we'd win 4-2, we'd win 3-2, we'd win 5-2. It was that sort of a season, but it was entertaining. But I don't know who would bring it to the back. I don't think I'll play Wilson that much next year. Jake Wright's another one for me, because basically Jake Wright, I think he's too old for that division, even though he was a solid player. He's just simple. I think the pace will be too much for him. So I think he'll just give him a year and go. Jack O'Connell, for me, will step up, do well. Basham, I don't like him in defence, never really have, even though in the back three, Basham's really good and I really like watching him. But another two centre-backs, Landell for me, not the one. I don't know who you go for, centre-back, but I wasn't surprised. Dan Burn from Wigan, obviously Nigel Adkins wanted him a lot. He's gone down with Wigan at the minute. If that's even where he plays, he probably still at Fulham, but I swore I saw him playing for Wigan, but you'll prove me wrong. Midfield, just wingers for me. Wingers, another really hard midfielder to either play with Fleck or with Coots, and I think we'll be fine. And striker, just get another quick striker to play up with Sharp or Hansen or Clark or anyone, because we need pace up front, because we're going to be counter-attacking a lot when we go away next season, which is vital. Goalkeeper, we're fine, although I do think we'll be getting someone like Adam Smith or that Everidge from Warsaw, as that's what's been rumored, and Adam Smith is out of contract. Before I finish, I'd like to say we need to back Wilder, Sheffield United. Backing Wilder is crucial this year. Backing Wilder this season is crucial, Sheffield United. We must back Wilder. For not just staying up, but actually progressing. I think this year we need a couple of years to solidify ourselves in the Championship. We can't set aims of being unrealistic. The fans can't get on the backs. We can't have these mad aims because what we've done, what we've done in the season. Because I've watched United too much. I don't want to set my standards up too high, but we've got to give him time. If we don't do too well, if we're in a relegation battle and we survive it, keep the man. The man knows what he's doing. The man's done it so many times. And Wilder is just an absolute god. He'll get a statue. He'll get a statue at the club, I'm telling you. But back him, give him the money. We need to start bringing under 25-year-olds. People under the age of 25. Get a few loanies in under the 25s. And we can start building an actual team in Wilder's image. Because we want Wilder to stay here for a good 5 years. We need to start building it. And what I was thinking, with the check back onto the Ched Evans thing, I think we will be giving Wilder money. Because Evans, for me, isn't going to be a first-team player. So for spending a presumed £500,000 on a striker that apparently won't be our first-team striker, that, for me, is showing that we're willing to spend money. So hopefully we do it. Finally, I'd like to say, any United fans watching there, I'd please like to have a partner. Like to have a partner to help me do the podcast. We can talk. Anyone wants to come on the show, wants to ask me, obviously it's not big yet, you won't have heard of it yet. Hopefully it'll grow. But if you want to come in, talk about United, we could have three United fans on. It makes it a bit better, and we can make the episodes longer, have a bit of chat, and I think it'll make the showroom smoother. So if you DM me on Twitter, my link will be below. If you're not comfortable in DM me, you can DM the League One podcast. If you're a Sheffield United fan talking to them about it, because I know Danny. So thanks for listening. Please leave a like and share. Thank you.